we're not going to go down this path of we know that everything that has happened there is devastating, but we do have to talk some conspiracies around it.
Oh.
Steve Jobs. No.
Yeah. I really feel like at one point we mentioned there has to be something that's going to happen right before the election.
Mm-hmm.
And we're like a month out from the election, right? It's November 1st?
5th.
Yeah.
And like there's the whole Bible Belt is like destroyed. And it's just really weird. And we're going to do Andrew's reel early because he showed me it today, and it's it's wild. Wild.
I'm excited now. I guess I'm excited now. This episode is crazy. We're doing Andrew's real early. We got 2 gaslighting sessions, maybe more.
Stop it.
Stick around.
Stick around. You will find out.
So I'll set this up. I compiled 2 different reels or YouTube videos. The first one's from History Channel, where they're just kind of talking about like weather control. They're not talking about hurricanes. But then I paired it with this video I found where a guy's talking about controlling specifically Helene, and like he has some radar images. And so RFK actually interviewed the guy in the second part of this video. So if that gives any legitimacy to that. So here you go.
Here we go, weather control.
Hey, we got to do our... you give us the music,
Oh, yeah, let's do the music.
Drop that beat, baby.
Oh,
what?
Andrew
Got a real
for
us
right now.
Whoa. Spooky.
That, ladies and gentlemen, was jazz.
Are you ready?
I don't think Josh realized that wasn't you laughing.
Oh my gosh, that was the thing?
It was weirding me out.
I am so tired.
You're good. You're good.
Her laughter.
You looked at her so confused, like
she hits me.
All right.
Stop.
Anyways, she doesn't hit me.
Stop.
All right, ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
If you could steer a tornado, what would it take? Even a nuclear weapon might just nudge it, if even that.
One challenge with that is your shock wave is going to be hard to focus perhaps, and it might cause the damage you were hoping to avoid with the tornado. I would be looking at how much can I control or change local pressures in the atmosphere near and around the tornado.
These are forces at work that could wipe out major cities.
The circular blue flashes are frequency transmissions from the NEXRAD network of transmitter installations. Atmospheric frequency transmissions can have a repelling effect on air masses, especially if the air masses have been seeded with electrically conductive nanoparticles. Where there are no blue flashes, there is no transmission, thus no repelling effect, thus no resistance for a migrating storm. Translation: a migrating storm will be hindered from moving toward frequency transmissions and will easily migrate in a direction with no transmissions. So again, I ask, was Hurricane Helene's path and behavior just an act of nature, or was it engineered?
Weird.
You see those pulses of how it's pushing it.
Yeah.
It's like literally forming its path.
That is really, really, really weird.
Dude, I don't understand that at all. I was so scared to start this conversation.
Yeah.
Why?
Just because it's such a sensitive thing.
Yeah.
But that's crazy.
I mean, look at that. We've talked about weather manipulation before, and like,
I mean, yeah, that's the whole
controlling hurricanes with frequencies.
Which,
Dude.
so that's the Doppler. That's the Doppler radar network, and Doppler radar is a radio frequency. I forget which specific frequency, but the same technology they can use to scan for like underground tunnels and stuff. By changing the frequency, it penetrates differently. So the technology does exist with the network of satellites sending, or, radar satellites. The technology exists to transmit at different frequencies. And so if we believe frequencies can do things to the environment, they already have, I don't know if it is weaponized, but a weaponizable network of basically, if they can check, for weather with radar, it exists where you are.
Dude, so like, so what would be the motive?
I mean, he talked election tampering as a potential.
Or just causing chaos before something so pivotal in the United States.
Yeah.
Wiping out
that
infrastructure.
region, like just.
I don't know. I think it was probably a hurricane was coming, and they're like, how can we make it that much more catastrophic? because what happened was insane.
Yeah.
Like, it hit Atlanta at a category 2.
I know, that's crazy.
That's insane.
That's so far inland.
I
Yeah.
know.
That's crazy.
I didn't even know this stuff could happen. I thought it always,
didn't either.
as soon as it hit the coast, it basically goes down a whole category.
I mean, that's what happened with was it Ian with us? Like it was like I can't remember which one, but like it's insane. Atlanta's crazy. That's so far.
I
Yeah.
know.
And that's just weird, man. That is super weird. And the thing is, if the government ever could control things like that, like maybe not control the weather, obviously, but manipulate it, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if it like they could use it for good, would they ever admit it? Like that's the thing. Like if it was like one of these things,
I don't
like
think so.
that's the thing. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, we're never gonna know.
So
I
that's
think that
what
we will
they would
eventually
never-
know, because consider how they're starting. There's like this big PR move about chemtrails all of a sudden. Oh,
Yeah.
what do they call it? Geo something. And it's like, that's a chemtrail. That's what we've
Yeah.
been talking about.
Geoengineering.
Yeah.
Just rebranding it
was
for a
gonna
new
say-
generation, because
Yeah.
then they're like chemtrail will be like something forgot about. And you're not
Yeah.
gonna be, that's not gonna be a common word.
What's so interesting is they used to, the counter argument was contrail. Like that's all it is. And now they're talking about Dubai's coming out saying, yeah, we're causing rain, and then
Cloud seeding.
yeah.
Cloud-
but
yeah.
that's what he says in the video. He says, you know, if they're already charged ionized with charged particles, you know, which is what they do to cause hail or to move systems, the frequencies has, I don't know how that affects, but it's easier for it to affect to do what they're intending to do with
I
the
wonder
frequency.
I wonder if instead of targeting a specific area, it was trying to avoid something.
Yeah, interesting.
That's
what I was thinking
like,
too.
yeah, the positive theory too. Like if it's like, hey, this storm's getting bad, and maybe the reason that everything's off the storm is because they know that their Doppler radar is not going to penetrate just the massive storm, so they're trying to push it away.
Yeah.
And just, you know, like any new science, they have no idea what they're doing with it.
And no news outlet would ever pick that up and talk about it, right?
No.
Golly,
Yeah.
man. Because that's the thing. You've seen those scripts where like those side-by-side videos of like all the news channels that have the exact same script.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
they're like, it's like it makes you wonder the same thing. And it doesn't just stop with the reporting,
No.
you know?
Speaking of that, I'm not bought into the idea that it was for the election, like something's going to happen in response to the
It's
election.
just a theory.
Instead, I would think, what else is happening right now this is taking the news coverage over?
Oh, snap. Yeah, true.
What's happening over here?